the Mets title, as we probably won't see one from anywhere else in the Mets this year. But yeah, and then the next is the big one. We have the big All-Star game. None of the Mets got voted in, which is a little ridiculous. Pete Alonso, I wasn't expecting Pete Alonso to get the starting spot. Josh Bell's just been putting up great numbers all across the stat. Like, he's banging above 300, has like 20 plus home runs. He's just been insane. Pete Alonso has been good, but Josh Bell's just been on another level. But yeah, so Pete Alonso and Jeff McNeil and Jacob deGrom got selected in. But yeah, I'm very happy they did. They 100% deserve it. You love to see a guy like Jacob deGrom. He's not having the best year, but is actually 11th in the whole MLB in ERA. You love to see a guy like him get in. He's a great guy. He had a great season last year, as we all know, as he won the 2018 National League Cy Young, and is currently battling this year, as he's not having it pretty easy this year. He's getting kind of unlucky in a way. But, yeah, so, Pete Alonso and Jeff McNeil have not shown anything but, producing this year. Jeff McNeil, he of course leads the MLB, or the National League in, batting average, as I think he leads it in, the MLB as well. Jeff McNeil, one second. I just got. Okay, so Jeff McNeil, he's batting .349 this year. He has 7 home runs, as he's been a pretty good leadoff hitter for the Mets this year. Second year in the league, already has 23 extra base hits. He is 24 extra base hits, 35 RBIs, 3 stolen bases, 18 walks. He has he leads the whole MLB in batting average. Just had to clarify that. He has a .411 on base percentage. He has a .928 OPS, which he's just been insane this year. The Flying Squirrel and his buddy the Polar Bear have been in the minor league grind for quite a while. They went through all the levels together. Jeff was projected to go into the MLB before Pete, but of course he had that injury back in, I think, 2016 that sent him back a little bit. Had to get back his reputation a little bit, which evened out Pete and Jeff McNeil in the minor leagues. So they both came up around the same time. Jeff McNeil got called up in August last year, as Pete Alonso was robbed of the major league spot last year. But fortunately, very, very happy Brody made the choice of Pete Alonso making the opening day roster. But yeah. So, yeah. You gotta love what Jeff McNeil's been doing. He's been making contact. He's striking out. He's been striking out a little more, but he's making a lot more contact when he's making a lot better contact when he puts the barrel on the ball. So, as this year, he only has 36 strikeouts to his 18 walks. Yeah. So, you gotta love having a guy like this. Jeff McNeil has played he's played 4 spots this year, or 4 positions for the Mets, and that's a very, very hard. He's 27, he has played left field, second base, third base, and right field, and it isn't like he's been playing like one position the most. He's played left field a little more than all the others, but he's just been playing he'll play left field one day, and the next day he'll play third base, and then second base, and right field. He's just doing it all. He makes he makes Mickey Callaway's life 10 times more easier. Because now they have a lot of leverage everywhere. He's very solid at every place too. He only has 2 errors this year. Actually 4. 2 errors this year. Which is tremendous for a person that's playing everywhere. He has a few his throwing errors, but he hasn't had any right under the mitt or drop fly balls in the outfield or under the legs. He just like bobbled a few, but yeah. So overall, he's been very solid. I would say I don't want to throw this word around because I don't want to jinx it, and I don't have any wood to knock on around me. But he's definitely been one of our better defenders. I'd say probably our best, but I won't say he's a very good defender. But once again, I don't want to jinx anything for the rest of the season. But he's been very good. He definitely deserves being an All-Star this year. I'm very, very kind of surprised how he didn't get voted in on the voting. I don't know how he didn't get top 9 and Aaron Judge gets top 3, which just shows you All-Star voting's a popularity contest for the most part. But yeah. So yeah, Jeff McNeil's definitely deserves his All-Star appearance in his first full year in the major leagues, and the Flying Squirrel is definitely he definitely deserves it. And now we're gonna go to his buddy, the Polar Bear, Pete Alonso. Pete Alonso has been showing a lot of power this year, and he's definitely been working on getting his average up, as it's currently at 278, 28 home runs, 87 hits. And he's just been an absolute stud. He already has 22 extra base hits, 64 RBIs. He even has a stolen base, matter of fact. His strikeouts are very, very high, which I like to see him get down at 91. On base percentage, 372, which is very solid. OPS is 995. This man's just been great everywhere. He's been producing at any level the Mets have put him at, and he's just been continuing his success in the major leagues. He's definitely been showing Mets he can carry this team, and he just needs a little bit more help, and this team would be very, very, very successful. Excuse me. Yeah, kind of like McNeil. I feel like he got robbed in fan voting. Obviously, he wasn't going to get the starting spot in the first place, as Josh Bell is definitely kind of deserves it, in my opinion, if I'm being realistic. But I would expect him to get like second or third, but then you have Anthony Rizzo and Max Muncy taking his spot. And Max Muncy, he's a good player, but let's look at his stats. He's nothing compared to Pete Alonso. Pete Alonso has 28 home runs, batting 278. Max Muncy has 20 home runs, batting 276. Pete Alonso has a 995 OPS. He has a 912. Yeah, so Pete Alonso, other than strikeouts, pretty much Pete leads is better in every stat than Max Muncy. So that just shows you, not by very much. Like Max is like a great baseball player, but that just shows you the Dodgers fans outnumber the Mets fans, as most New York fans are unfortunately Yankees fans, as they're most likely bandwagons or their dads just made them, whatever. But going back to Pete Alonso, people weren't. I was expecting him to, but not everyone was kind of shaky on him making the opening day roster. Like, maybe give him a few more reps in the minors, see how he does. But he's just been showing like nothing but like success in the majors. On that note, he won the June Rookie of the Month, as he is 2 for 3. Austin Riley won it in May. Yeah, he won it in May. He won it in April, so he's currently leading in Rookie of the Year if you go by that. But yeah, so the 6'3", 245-pound guy has just been. People were also questioning his defense this year, and his defense hasn't been that bad, actually, if you really look at it. He has a few errors, but overall his fielding percentage is at 98. So yeah, it's actually .987, which is still very, very good. People are expecting it to be a lot worse, but he's been turning a lot more plays, having 60 assists in the field, 532 putouts, and only like 8 errors, which isn't. And he's been involved in 50 old plays. He has a solid. He saved a few runs in the field. He's been very clutch in some situations. But yeah, I'm very excited to see this kid in the future, and he definitely deserves his All-Star award. we're gonna go into our final All-Star, and that would be the 2018 National League Cy Young, Jacob deGrom. Jacob deGrom, he obviously isn't having the year he had last year. We can all say that he's not going to be an All-Star game starter. As once again, we're not expecting him to. He has a little bit of a thing continued from last year. He has a 4-7 record, but this year it's kind of deserved in a way. The one-time Cy Young, one-time rookie, the Cy Young and the Rookie of the Year, 3-time All-Star. He had a 3.32 ERA, and he's had a very tough schedule. He's been facing like the Braves and all these teams that have great offenses, but I feel like that's the situation he thrives in. He always likes playing those teams, as many pitchers wouldn't be forward to looking to playing against those teams. If the stats load, here it is. He was sick. He's placed on the 10-day IL earlier in the year, but other than that, he's putting up a lot of strikeouts, 128 on the season. He has a WHIP of 1.1, which is very good. A little higher than last season's, of course, but his home runs have been pretty low this season, only laying up 1 per 9 innings. His hits been a little high, strikeouts very high, which you gotta love to see. But so you gotta love to see 3 Mets being All-Stars. Obviously, none of them were voted in. I would like to say McNeil is very underrated. Pete Alonso doesn't get the attention he fully deserves. He gets a good amount of attention for his home runs ability, but I feel like he kind of got snubbed of making it by fan voting, as I believe they're a little clueless. But that's what you gotta look at. Our futures game, we have Anthony Kay, the left-hander who could potentially be on the opening day roster next year. So make sure you watch the futures game to see possibly our future starter for the Mets next year. Get to see a good look of him. Get to see what to expect next year. So if you want to see him, go watch the futures game then. If you want to see Pete Alonso smash some home runs, possibly win the home run derby, as he has a great shot playing Carlos Santana, then playing probably Josh Bell, and hopefully making it to the championship game where he'll probably face Christian Yelich. Or Alex Bregman. So and then you have the All-Star game where you get three Mets play, which is just going to be crazy, as you get to see Jacob deGrom, as he will be making an appearance and hopefully out of the bullpen. Then you get to see Pete Alonso making his All-Star debut, as Jeff McNeil will as well, as this is their first full seasons, and they're 1-for-1 on their All-Star games. So it's just going to be a great All-Star week. I want to say weekend, but it's during the week. So it's I can't wait to watch that. Hopefully we get to see some big hits. Hopefully maybe Pete Alonso home run, but I do have some wood to knock on. Knock on wood. But yeah, so hopefully Pete can hit a home run. Maybe McNeil gets a hit. Maybe Jacob deGrom gets a 1-2-3 inning, like he did in 2015 when he made the All-Star game, or was it? Yeah, 2015. But yeah, so hopefully we have a good All-Star week. Hopefully all the Mets have success. Hopefully Pete wins a home run. Hopefully Anthony Kay shows the world who he can be and surprises Mets fans. And hopefully the National League win the All-Star game. So we're going to be jumping into our next segment. And that will be, one sec. We will be talking about what trades can the Mets possibly make. So I think some trades some people we need to look to be trading this offseason. I hate to say this, but I think we have to trade Dom Smith. No, we're just going to start off with Todd Frazier. Todd Frazier is a third baseman. He's getting very old, but I could definitely see him getting traded, as he definitely isn't having the greatest year this year. I'm not expecting to get like top prospects for him or anything, but he's just someone we need to change. He's on his final year of his contract, and excuse all the fireworks that are going on in the background, but he's batting .256.